Hi guys, can you hear me? Okay, good. Because I can't see if anyone is actually watching the stream right now. Okay, so you are here. Okay, I can't see any of you. I can just see the chat. Okay, good. So we are in earnings season, and I'm just going through some earnings reports really quick, or some of the earnings gappers. Nothing I'm excited to trade. Amazon gapping down. Let's see here, Amazon. Wow, they had the negative growth quarter. First in 2 years, at least 2 years. Interesting. Interesting. Some airline stocks are breaking out of really long bases. Yesterday it was LUV. Had a good day yesterday. Out of a long range, higher lows for a year. The earnings were so, very slow growing type of name. And today it looks to be this ALGT. This thing actually has much better earnings. But the airline earnings are really choppy. Let's see, ACRS had some phase 3 data. So nothing exciting. Yesterday there was one exciting stock that was looking to buy, but I never bought it, and it was TAL. And I did not buy it. Really good growth, good estimates, and coming out of a nice chart pattern would be on big volume. This is exactly what I'm looking for, and I did not buy it because I have kind of a decent exposure to markets already. So maybe I'll buy some on a dip. You know, if it dips back to mid-high 40s, 41s, I may buy some. On the dip, but we'll see about that. This EHTH is a nice growth stock. Coming off a big pullback. Beat analyst estimates. Nice growth estimates. But the chart isn't that great right now. Needs to set up properly. But it does look good otherwise. So those are the only ones, or this is the only one I'm really interested in. But not today, not today. Let's look at some of my positions. ENDP is hovering at my first stop. I'll close a quarter if it takes out that 429 area. I have a stop set. MNK holding up well, just holding up above its 50-day, bounced off its 50-day. So now the 50-day line, which has been acting as a resistance area for over a year, is now acting as a support. So that's a good character change. BRCU pulled back a bit yesterday, and today it looks like it's gapping up, holding up really well overall. PBR is even stronger than that. It's the same theme, it's a Brazil theme. This one is actually taking out yesterday's highs. ACAD bounced yesterday. I was really close getting stopped out. JCPenney, no, just still going sideways. MIK going sideways. RLGY just grinding up. Every single day it's going up a couple of percent. So, I mean, I can't really complain. First resistance is at the 200 day. I will look to sell a bunch before it hits that. It's nearing about, wow, 30% since I bought it. No, wait, no, I bought it here, right? No, where did I buy it? Right here? Anyway, I'm about 20 to 30%. I don't remember where I bought it. IGV, I closed half of this thing yesterday for a small loss. It's holding up really well. It held, like, it put in a small double bottom here, or actually, you know, a little bit of a higher lows. You had a low here, higher low, and this was slightly even higher. So now it's back into range. It didn't have the decisive breakdown I was looking for. So I closed half. I still have 1,500 shares. So either it stops me out or goes much lower. Plug, I bought yesterday, holding up. Tiva, holding up. SAPS looks great. USLV, God, this is great. This is great. I got stopped out of it once yesterday. I bought it at the opening range highs, and I got stopped out, and then I rebought it here. Then it kind of pulled back a little bit intraday and held up the whole day, and today it's gapping up, I think about 8%. So I sold it a little bit pre-market. What a beast. And same thing with KL. So gold stock. MU I bought yesterday. Semis were very strong, and this MU I've been stalking for a while. They have good growth estimates. They've been in a little bit of a dip over the past year, but now the estimates are going higher, so I think this thing has a good future. BLDP bought yesterday going sideways, and Nugget also sold some pre-market from yesterday's buys. Unfortunately, I never bought full size. I only had 15,000 shares, and I sold 1,000. I think this thing, if you know, gold and silver, they both broke out of these bull flags. I've been talking about these things for weeks and weeks, and I think they're going way higher. They're going way higher. Nugget, I think this thing goes easily back to 40. As you see, I'm multitasking a little bit. Let's see here. So those were my positions. Currently, swing trades have been starting to work. So the first couple of weeks I streamed, I lost about 150,000, and now the past couple of weeks I made about 200 or 250,000. So I've had a decent swing over the past month, and this is looking good so far. Markets haven't broken out yet. They're still kinda hovering near the highs, but the major indices look good. I think the next 3 to 6 months are going to be really, really good. With that being said, we are probably gonna go lower. But from what I see now, I think for my type of swing and position trading, I really do think the next 3 to 6 months are going to be great, because the indices look like they want higher. This is a bull in a cage. Higher lows. We've been building higher lows for years, and now we have a little bit of bull flag. Yeah, it's hard to be bearish here. Really hard to be bearish here. The technicals are very, very strong. Forget about the financial media, forget about all the pundits on TV. Everyone's been bearish for 10 years. Forget about these people. Technicals is all what matters. Okay, let's see here. Okay, let's see if there are any more gappers that I missed. XNet is going higher. What's the news on this one? LRCX. Yeah, technicals are strong, really strong. I'm gonna check their growth estimates. Yeah, I mean, it's more of a slower type of a stock, but yeah, it looks great. I personally bought MU because that thing has better growth estimates, but LRCX, yeah, it's one of the strongest stocks in the market right now, absolutely. Question is if this is a great buy point. I don't know, but yeah, absolutely. Gapped up on earnings yesterday, and they've had negative growth for the past year, but it's gonna turn around next quarter. They're gonna start having positive growth, so that's why it's been so strong. The market is forward looking. But I bought MU. MU is not as technically strong, but I kind of thought this is, the MU is expected to grow 97% next year, their earnings. LRCX only 23, so that's why I bought MU. But the whole group is strong. Whole group is really strong. And also, I want to be fully transparent. I lost 20,000 trying to short Tesla yesterday. It was really choppy. I got stopped out at a pre-market trade, lost 9,000, and then I kind of ended up giving back another 11,000 during the day, because when it looked like it was topping out below VWAP, and then it went straight back up again. Just got stopped out here again. Looked like it was kind of topping out below VWAP, and then it went higher again. So I lost another about 11,000 after I cut the stream on it. So a total about 20,000. That's all I have to say about that. It's holding up great. I mean, this is a very bullish candle. I don't know. I probably shouldn't have shorted it, but for a day trader, there was definitely a trade here. The first trade when I was up, or the second trade I did when I was up 10, 12,000, for a day trader, that was a great trade. But again, I have a little bit longer time frames, so I didn't make money. But for day traders, there was definitely money to be made. But yeah, I mean, there's really nothing to say about it. It's holding up you draw a straight line here, this area has been a big resistance and big support area, and now it's above this area, so there's no reason why it can't go to 420, if you get what I mean. But yeah, it feels great so far. I really hope the market holds up, because the first couple of weeks I streamed, I lost money pretty much every day. I think I lost about 150,000, and now I am green since I started streaming. So it feels a lot better. Silver and gold, what amazing charts. Now I wish I had more. Now I wish I had more of them. Markets are slightly red on a day. That explains why most of my holdings are slightly red on the day, I guess. Holy shit. You know what? I'm thinking about adding some nugget. Okay. Because it's starting to, like, if you look at gold, oh, okay. It's just coming out of its range. I think this thing could keep going. Maybe I made a wrong decision here, I don't know. But I did add another 10,000 shares. USLV is too thin for me to add any. I'm already full size. Oh, okay, ACAL, I'm probably gonna get stopped out. Or is this going to be a gap and crap in gold? My TC2000 is having some problems, like these percentage numbers are all wrong. Oh, which means my scans are going to be all wrong probably. That is super annoying. But that's weird. In my watch list, this watch list, the numbers are correct. But in this watch list, they're wrong. And in this one also, this is. And these watches, they're wrong also. Oh my god, I can't make sense of TC2000. It's just super weird. The inconsistency is amazing. Should I restart? What if I don't get back in? If they're having problems? No, I'm not gonna restart. I don't trust them. I do not trust them. Okay, I'm gonna get stopped out of that nugget ad. Alright. Who was the other? Who was buying Nugget yesterday? I know one of you bought Nugget yesterday. Who was it? Yeah, like GDXJ, just coming out of ranges. Oh man, I think there's a nice breakout in these things. You bought 2020 calls, okay? Yeah. Interesting, Chainug is holding up better than Nugget. Nugget is near the lows of the day while Chainug is near the highs of the day. And gold actually took out lows of the day, okay. That's actually a great sign for these ETFs at least, that they are stronger, they're showing relative strength. Compared to the to gold itself. So that's a sign of strength. That's a good thing. Okay, I'm restarting. I can't. This TC2000 is just having some problems. Okay, now it's showing the right numbers. Oh, bunch of alerts triggered. Semiconductors are still strong. Soxol is in a big bull pattern. Same thing. SMH is actually is at all-time highs. There's not much here to say. BRCU took out yesterday's highs, just grinding higher. Very good action. Nvidia looks good too. How I traded a small account in the beginning? Well, a good example would be Tesla from yesterday. When it started failing intraday, putting in lower highs, held below VWAP, the second short I had on it. That was a perfect example of how I day traded, how I used to day trade. Find these stocks, you know, preferably liquid stocks with big range intraday, and then you look for intraday shorting opportunities. You can have relatively tight stops and get decent risk reward trades on these things. You know, like risk $1 to make $3 to $5. So that was a perfect example of a day trade I would have made, and I would have covered into weakness, and I wouldn't have tried to go for a home run like I did on Tesla yesterday. That's a perfect example of how I traded when I had a smaller account. I didn't swing trade, I didn't position trade, I day traded. Every day I tried to find 3 to 5 opportunities. Okay, Nugget I got stopped out of at the ad. It's okay. Looks like gold is, but now gold is holding up after its fade, but Nugget took out the lows. Interesting. And Shenang is still holding up below its or above its opening range highs. when I was growing a small account, well, you know, it's all about the singles. Don't try to go for home runs. Now I try to go for home runs, but if you have a small account or even a tiny account, I would say, go for singles. Just take the singles and try to be as consistent as you can. Try to avoid drawdowns. And the more bored you are, the better. When you start getting excited, that's when you take a step back. Because that's when things get dangerous. You should be bored out of your mind. That's how you trade a small account. Yeah, exactly. You try to find stocks that have big daily range and preferably are liquid. And then you try to find areas to go long or short. You know, my favorite ones are the ones that are up 3-4 days in a row to go short, and things that are down 3-4% in 3-4 days in a row to go long, like mean reversion trades. Those were my favorite ones. They still are, but I don't trade them that much anymore. Only if there are really big opportunities. Like a perfect example would be this CrowdStrike a couple of weeks ago, which I was looking at the short. You know, it was up 3 days in a row and running into declining resistance, and then on this fourth day it found weakness, put in lower highs, and then it faded. And it would have worked as both as a day trade and as a swing trade. And on this day here, it had a big update after being down multiple days in a row. Let's go through some of the yesterday's notable movers. Well, AUY was gold stock. Oh. Let's see here. Let's start a nugget. Obviously, this SC is trying the bottom of its 200-day. It's kind of surfing the 200-day moving average right now. APOP had a big mean reversion move, like something like this APOP. I'm gonna show you how perfect this thing was. This thing was up from 160 to 4 in 2 sessions. And then near the open, it had a little bit of a flat pattern here, and when it failed, that was a short signal. And there was a second entry here, another big bear flag intercept below VWAP with lower highs, and then it lost that, went down a lot. So these kinds of stocks I used to trade all the time when I was a day trader. Now I don't give a shit anymore. But that's how you build an account. Find these stocks that are moving, that have a lot of daily range. So a lot of gold stocks and silver stocks that had breakouts yesterday that are following through today. This Take-Two had a failed breakout. USLV obviously a beast. MU following through. I bought it off stream yesterday late in the day. Or not late in, I bought it about midday. But yeah, mostly gold and silver stocks that broke out yesterday. Also K-Web had a little bit of a strong day. It's a China internet ETF. And some earnings here. AMAT, another semiconductor name, looking really good together with LRCX. Just looks awesome. Been building higher lows the whole year. TAL obviously, Tesla, Yeah, so those were the notable movers yesterday. There may be a secondary entry on Tiva coming up. It's kind of building a rounded bottom here, and a little bit of a flag is forming of the lows, and it has a range break here. So I'm thinking there could be a secondary entry. I'm not. If it breaks out of this range in the next few sessions, I may buy it. Or I may add to it. I already have a bunch of shares. RLGY grinding higher like it's been doing every day. MU, I'm thinking about lightening up a little bit on it. I'm up 3% or so, 3.5%. So I sold a little bit. BRCU, if it goes to 33, I'll probably lighten a little bit more. PBR, I already sold a tiny bit on this strength. What a beast. Yeah, there is nothing else to say. So far, most of my things look good. Do you guys have any questions? I'm thinking about cutting the stream in about 10 minutes, so if you have any questions, just ask. And this is what trading is all about. It's just mostly boredom. Most of the time you do nothing. Just wait. Wait for opportunities, and when you get an opportunity, you wait for that opportunity to play out. That's it. Yeah, Intel is also looking good. It's kind of coming out of a long range. Very choppy stock, but overall it's a 2-year bull flag pretty much. Looks cleaner on the weekly chart, obviously. Yeah. You know what? Do you guys see this? Look at this flag versus this flag. Do you guys see this? They look almost identical. The 97-98 flag looks almost identical to the 2017, 2018, 2019 flag. It's kind of interesting. I'm not saying it's gonna do a move like this, it's probably not going to, but why can't it go to 70 or 80? But again, it's a little bit of a slow mover, so nothing for me. When you had a smaller account, did you manage well, I didn't. You can't manage your emotions. And I think people who think you should manage your emotions, I think they're full of shit. You should just accept the emotions. And this is why I overtrade. I'm a chronic overtrader. Sometimes I just put on trades. I know they're not optimal, but I do it smaller size just to get that fix. I need my fix. That's how it is. And it helps. I learned to accept that. I need to make small donations to the market to avoid bigger losses later on, because I do something really stupid. So I do like small stupid things on purpose to avoid doing big stupid things later, if you understand what I mean. I need to get my fix, my trading fix. And these emotions like FOMO and whatever they are, like they won't ever go away. They're always gonna be there. That's why I play World of Warcraft, to take my mind off trading. What do you think about Amazon on this dip? I'm gonna look at it in 1 second. Well, I actually already know how this chart looks like, but no, not for me. I mean, there is absolutely nothing there for me. I don't know, what are you talking about? Do you think about shorting it or longing it? It's in the middle of a range. It's still holding higher lows on this little flag or whatever it is. And so as far as it holds above, it looks good. Or it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good, but oh my god, so many alerts going off. What is this? Okay. But no, there's nothing for me. Mostly long. Yeah, I mean, if you're a day trader, absolutely. But if you can find a tight setup intraday, this thing could very easily bounce back to 1800 or something. But yeah, not my type of setup. Okay, DDS, I'm gonna buy it back. I got stopped out of this thing. I think it was last week. This is the Infinity Squeeze stock. It found support on its rising 20-day, and it's actually breaking out of let's see here, a nice little flag pattern. Let's see, what's the average volume of this thing? Yeah, I'll buy 2500. All right. Yeah, I bought 2500 of this thing. Let's go. Infinity Squeeze. And for those who don't know what I mean, is this thing is getting pumped on Twitter by some guy who, and I don't know if he's right or wrong, but he pretty much says there's a 70% short interest, and the company has been buying back a lot of its own stock, so the tradable float is like nothing. And maybe he's right, I don't know. I haven't checked. I follow the technicals primarily, but it does look good. A little bit of a breakout here. Or it doesn't, like, short term it looks good, but mid and long term it looks like shit. But this is what gives me conviction. And there's been some others too being saying the same thing, so maybe it is true. Infinity squeeze, it means it's gonna make a big move higher based on a short squeeze. Since the float, you know, if the tradable float is really low and there's a short high interest, high short interest, the shorts are gonna start panic covering, and there's, you know, the price is just gonna move up really fast because there's no tradable float pretty much. $45%, okay, so it's declined. So but still 45% is a pretty high short interest if the numbers are correct. You really can't trust the Finviz numbers. Let's see here, TBS. I used to have short interest numbers in TC2000, but and days to cover, but now it's gone for some reason. Actually, I got an email about it. They were going to save money and, you know, changing a data vendor and stuff like that. Nvidia as a potential day trade long. I don't know. Just a random stock making a random move. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. If it had earnings, yes. Focus on the things that have earnings, guys. Don't do these random stocks with random charts. Focus on stuff that has great charts and the great earnings. Or any kind of earnings. You need an edge. To make money in the markets, you need some kind of an edge. I think this is too random. Maybe it goes higher. Maybe, you know, you may as well trade SOXL. It's the same thing. Or SMH, like they all move in tandem. Yes, indeed, yes. Well, when it goes red, because the low of the day is below yesterday's low, so I don't want to use that wide of a stop. But if it goes red, I'll sell it. Because if this is gonna be an infinity squeeze, it really shouldn't go red. It really should not go red on a day. Okay, let's do another scan and then I'm gonna cut the stream. SDNE had another shakeout. If you remember, I was long it on this day, got stopped out, then it went lower. Put in another higher low just off the rising 200 day. So this thing looks really good. The South American stocks and indices have been shaping up. I think when this thing breaks out above this 35, there's no reason why this thing can't go to 45 or 50. I really do believe this thing has the earnings power. They report in a month. Last report was great. They're expected to grow 43% next year. This year they're growing 103%. So it's a really nice classic growth stock. PDD, another nice growth stock, going higher. STC, let's see, it's coming off lows, nothing there. A lot of small caps having earnings. I don't even bother with looking at the numbers. For those, I can't trade them anyways. Nugget, I'm still watching for a potential re-entry on this thing. On the ads, I still have my core position, but the 10,000 shares I got stopped out of. Potentially looking to rebuy them. Oh yeah, I was looking at XNet. What's the news here? I don't see any news. XNet. So it was pumped as a crypto stock a couple of years ago. Probably being pumped again. I don't think it's legit news it's up on. This SIG was actually looking like a pretty decent looking. Actually, nah, it's not. It's been going sideways for too long. This is a sloppy chart. It's actually not good at all. Never mind. It is beaten down, so it could work. I mean, why can't it go back to 20 or something? And this thing was at 20 earlier this year, so this thing was at 27, 28 earlier this year, so it could very easily go back to 20, I think, but it's a little bit slow. I already have a lot of these small retail names. I have JCPenney, I have MIK. Like, how much crap do I need in my portfolio? Enough is enough. Oh no, I disconnected from the server. Fuck. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna cut the stream. Okay, thank you guys, and I hope you have a great. Oh no, use. I hope you have a great trading day and a nice weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. And we do it all over again. Do the same shit over and over again. Okay, see ya.